Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Golden Sun. When last we left off, we have a ship to catch. We are indeed looking for tickets for boarding, and at 600 coins that's an absolute steal, as we'll still have 9,000 gold left over. Alright then, please take your ticket. And then we got a ticket that's actually an item in our inventory, right here, the boat ticket, a ticket needed to cross Caragol Sea, which gives us the name of the sea that we're going to be crossing, although we'll find this out momentarily. All we need to do is hand this over to this gentleman here, and then we'll be allowed passage on board the ship. Tickets please, please show your tickets. Here you go. Thank you very much. Please board the ship, and we'll set sail soon. Thank you. We will. And now we're going to hear one of the best pieces of music in the game. This piece of music on Tolbi-Bound ship. But currently it's a nowhere-bound ship, as we're waiting for the replacement ship to arrive before this ship sets sail. If we don't leave soon, Colosso will start without us. Don't worry, we're on the boat. Colosso won't start without us, that's for sure. Will you accept full responsibility for being late to Colosso? As I said, you're absolutely fine. We're here. Don't worry about that. Unless, that is, you don't know we're the protagonists of the game, whereupon you'll continue to worry. This is so frustrating. Why won't anyone tell me what's going on? I told you, we're leaving soon. We'll set sail when our replacement arrives. So you are being told what's going on. You're just complaining for the sake of complaining. When are we going? When are we going? This guy's really pushy. I'm sure he's the only one, though. I wonder if I'm the only one who's going to Tolbi to see Colosso. Oh, you most certainly aren't. I think loads of people are going. Most of the people going to Colosso set out a long time ago. No, there are a lot of people on this boat that are going to Colosso. I wonder what's going on. We've been waiting an awfully long time. I mean, this thing that I'm cooking on this frying pan burned ages ago. And how did it actually burn? Well, this is a magic frying pan, you see. It's magical because it makes things burn. I'm not a very good chef whatsoever. Travelling by ship is faster than walking. There's no need to rush. Indeed, we'll be fine. Hello, you. The Caragol is like a humongous lake, surrounded by land. So there are no waves, but the water is salty, just like a real ocean. That is because they pour tons of salt in it every single day. Actually, no, that's not the reason whatsoever. The Caragol Sea is pretty foggy today. Maybe that's why I'm so uneasy. No, I'm sure it's because we're on board, because unfortunately, that means that there's going to be things that will happen. Also, note that the ship is designed in such a way that you have to go in this direction to get over to that door. We're going to go down here first, though. Anything down here? The answer is a fair amount of stuff, and we're going to be examining everything. And there's likely to be absolutely nothing. Ooh, I was wrong! A lucky medal. And I think you can only get the lucky medal, or that one in particular, over here, because I don't think you come back onto this boat. So what I was meaning to say is this is the one chance you have to get this one. And now we're going to go over here and get into a cutscene. I wonder what could have happened. I think that's the captain of the ship. You mean you still intend to cross this dangerous sea? We're now getting a lesson as to how dangerous the Caragol Sea now is. I think it's very dangerous. It would be too big a loss to let so many passengers go away. Say, Kaja, how are the oarsmen doing? They're fearless. There's no problem there. It's just that... Not so fearless after all, eh? It's just that... what? If a whole bunch of them appear while we're crossing the sea, I think they're referring to monsters. I won't be able to handle them alone. I'm sorry, but you'll have to. I can't let anyone else fight but you, Kaja. You're the mightiest of all the people here. You don't have a frying pan that burns things. Remember, the oarsmen will have their hands full rowing. They can't fight. There's nothing we can do. Let's set sail. What are you talking about? If we set sail now, we'll never make it to Tolbi. We'll be fine. We have a protective amulet. Amulet, you say? You mean that little anchor charm? The little anchor has always protected us from danger. Captain, get a hold of yourself. That's just a foolish superstition. We have the protagonists of the game on board. We don't need a protective amulet. It's okay. We'll be fine. even if we can't find any mercenaries. Look, literally, look behind you, Captain. There are 4 mercenaries, even if we can't find any mercenaries. That little charm will protect us. Now then, let's hurry up. Prepare to set sail. This is great. We'll be setting sail soon. It's almost like I'm foreshadowing that we won't be setting sail soon. Not if I have anything to say about it. I really should practice that evil laugh. Make it more subtle. I hope I'm out of earshot of those protagonists. I'm just gonna go over here and do something completely suspicious. And something completely suspicious is now going on. We can go in here too, and talk to absolutely everybody. Welcome, weary wanderers. What aid do you seek? Absolutely none right now, but we're going to read your mind. Even though I'm opposed to violence, I'm looking forward to Colosso. Let's have a look at all of this, shall we? Anything in here? No? What about in here? No. In here? Yes indeed, 23 coins. We're gonna have to find a lot more coins here to make up for all the money we've just spent, though. Apparently we can't take Silk Road like we planned, so I guess we're the only passengers who can afford the tickets. Ah well, at least you have a lot of money lying around. They're just taking advantage of us, selling those tickets for so much money. Well, you don't know how much it costs anyway, but I imagine the price was hiked up just a little. There's a whole bunch of really muscular men on the floor below. Those people are rowing the oars so the ship moves, right? That is indeed true, that's what they're doing. Muscles rippling everywhere. Looks great. If we go to Colosso, there'll be more guys built like that, right? There'll be a lot of people ready for combat at Colosso. We aren't going to set sail right away. I'm going to go ashore. Yeah, but we're going to set sail real soon, so please be patient. When is real soon? I'm asking how long real soon is going to be. Well, it's obvious it's going to be real soon. It's a very specific term. You're wondering when? Well, I don't think he knows. We're planning to go see Colosso. You know, my friend Uranus here is scared of ships. Uranus? But he's huge! It's not that I'm scared. I just can't stand water. I smell really bad because I haven't had a shower my entire life. I'm actually kidding. I perfectly like showers. I'd rather be bitten by poisonous spiders than sail across the sea. Spiders, huh? And even Uranus is ready to cross the sea right now. Well, if we're not going now, then when are we going to set sail? That's not an easy question. You mean you wouldn't know even if I asked? We're going, Uranus. Going? Where? Where else? To the captain's quarters, of course. What do you think you're going to do in the captain's quarters? Make him set sail. And what if he refuses? In that case, we'll just have to do our best to persuade him. I don't think these people are very nice. Right, Uranus? That sounds crazy! That sounds great. Count me in. And off they go. I don't want any violence! Well, I'm afraid that might happen anyway. You're going to Tolbi to see Colosso too, right? Indeed we are. Once you've seen Colosso, you won't want to go to a regular festival. They don't have violent gladiatorial combat. But, well, most of them don't anyway. We left the old lady back home. Now we can take our time at Colosso. Indeed, you can spend all the time you like there. The longer we sit here, the more time we have to think. I wonder what happened with our participation in Colosso. I'm sure you'll be fine. Maybe I should just forget about going. No, you're already here now. You're pretty much going to be going. Hello, everyone down here. We can leave as soon as we get our orders. Enough is enough. Let's sail off. Rowing is a man's job. Actually, I think everybody can row. Everyone down here gets so competitive. We're the ones who make the ship move, and not the sails, as indeed there are no waves here, so they pretty much need to row everywhere. These big muscles are a sign that we're oarsmen. That and the fact that we all look exactly the same. You can only do hard work like this while you're young. Well, there are plenty of people who are older who'd also be able to do this. You've got to save up lots of cash before you get too old to row. That's pretty sensible saving cash though. Once we cast off, you'll just leave the rest to us. We'll see to it that they all have a pleasant voyage, and I don't think it's going to be pleasant. After all, we're on board. I wonder when we're going to launch, as soon as the game says so. I don't feel like rowing all the way to the coast of Tolbi today. I wonder if this is what a bad premonition feels like. Oh, it is exactly what a bad premonition feels like. You, sir, are very savvy when it comes to role-playing games. Can't wait until we get to Tolbi and I can stretch my wings. By the way, I have wings. It makes using all the oars here completely pointless. Spend your money while you're young enough to enjoy it. That's the manly thing to do. It's also slightly foolish in some regards, because then you won't have any money for later. You see, the guy over here that's saving all of his money, well, most of it anyway, you should be listening to him. He's very sensible. I hear there's an isle in the middle of the Caragol, but I've never seen it. That is the hint to a completely optional dungeon. You can actually get to the optional dungeon while you're on this boat, but there's no reason in doing so, because you can't do anything while you're there because you're missing some very important items. It seems like there would be buried treasure. It's that kind of island. It gives you even more hints that that place is important. From the sea, it looks like Silk Road is totally flooded. Don't worry, it'll get better. Haha, if you want to go to Tolbi, get on the ship. Well, we're already on the ship, so that's a bit redundant. Everyone rows in time with this drum. It is an amazing drum. The drum of drumming. I love it when the oars move in rhythm to my drum. It gives me a sense of drumness. We have no idea what drumness actually is. And now we're going to move up and probably hear conversations with the captain out here. And the captain is... oh, the captain is actually not here right now. Let's go over here and hear something ominous. Actually, we can't hear something ominous because we actually went into there. If we were to go to down here first, you'd find that the person that was being very suspicious would come out and say that nothing suspicious had gone on whatsoever. But we're going to be having a conversation here, and there is the person that did something very suspicious indeed. But first, we're going to have a look in here. We're going to have a look in here most certainly, and find a nut, which is always handy. And then we're going to go over here and have a look at this one. Nothing in here at all. And there's going to be quite a conversation here. There's also a map here that we can't interact with. Hello, you! Now what? You want to see the captain too? Yes, indeed we do! There is dialogue. You're trying to launch the ship? We can't set sail in this dangerous sea. What was that? We don't care about that. We paid our money, and now you have to launch the ship. Well, his attitude certainly changed. The captain decided to set sail just a second ago. So, we're taking off? Yes, preparations are being made right now. Well, maybe we were a bit rash running up here like that. Please launch the ship when you're ready. I don't want this to turn violent, please. And now... oh. Dangerous sea. That's what you said, isn't it? It's dangerous out there. Is that why you wouldn't launch the ship? Yeah, I did. The sea is dangerous now. There are monsters. Monsters, you say? I'm scared of everything on this ship. Lately, we've been sighting creatures never before seen in the Caragol. Ah, that is probably due to all the signage stones probably falling into the sea. Dangerous ones. Actually, some even came on board the ship and attacked the crew. This is dangerous! Yep, that is very dangerous indeed. We suspect that our replacement ship might have been attacked. With such dangerous creatures around, you might need warriors! Oh no, they're going to volunteer, aren't they? It is certainly dangerous, but the ship is okay. After all, if there are monsters, I'll be glad to help out. Oh, really? Great, that means I don't need to fight everything alone! Hey, Uranus, I thought... we have to make it to Colosso. If we're late, we can't enter. That's true, but... hey, maybe you can give us a hand too, Sean. Really? Are you really going to help out? Are you ignoring the fact that the protagonist is literally there? Literally there! Like, we're all here. There's 4 of us. We use Synergy. We're so much better at doing it than these two are. But I'm sure we'll get our chance eventually. I'm a man of my word. If I said I'll help, I'll help. With you guys helping me to keep the deck safe, the ship should be okay. So, can we set off now? No. Now we need someone to protect the oarsman. Ah, that's where we come in. Protect the oarsman, huh? You guys need some warriors. You have an idea? I saw some warriors in among the passengers below decks. Do you think they'd help us out? We're right here. You can ask us right now. If they're from Angara, they will. If they could help out, we'd be unbeatable. And of course, we still have my lucky anchor. About that. It's gone. It's vanished! What? The captain's beloved anchor? The anchor? Our good luck charm? Oh, that? What's the big deal? So what if that old trinket's gone? What do you mean, oh, that? That anchor's been keeping my ship safe for years! It's just decorative, right? Oh, you have no idea. Even if we find some warriors, we won't make it without that anchor. We're not leaving. But you just said we were leaving. Look, the situation is entirely different now. The anchor is gone. We might as well never leave ever. That was when I thought we still had the anchor. Why all the fuss over a little trinket? Little trinket? Weren't you listening to what he said? I'm actually listening to this conversation. It's not just a decoration, it's a good luck charm. And as we all know, in any traditional RPG, sailors are very superstitious. The ship doesn't leave until we find it. What's the problem? We've got some warriors to help us. Maybe we shouldn't have taken it. Shouldn't have taken what? Hey you! What are you doing here? You heard the captain. The ship goes nowhere. Oh, it's going to go somewhere. The ship from Tolbi had come. I feel differently. But at this point, I'm not setting sail. I wonder where that anchor charm went. Oh, that was the wrong time for an evil laugh, wasn't it? Oh, yes it was. I waited too long. I'll get in trouble if I don't come clean. I have to confess that I hit it on top of the mast. Indeed you did. I had no idea he was so superstitious. I thought he was just joking. Don't think anyone would steal that charm. I bet we find it right away. I'm sure we will. Can't believe him, refusing to leave because of one charm. That thing couldn't have gotten lost on its own. Did somebody hide it? Oh, they did. Right when we found some warriors to protect the ship. Great. This is ridiculous. The ship can't set sail because of a good luck charm. So it turns out you don't really believe in it either. You came to ask the captain to set sail, right? Actually, no. We just sort of came over to see what was going on. But we'll say no. In that case, why don't you take a tour of the ship? I may need a hand from you later. I hope you'll help me out. Don't worry, we'll help out if we need to. If the ship doesn't leave soon, we might miss Colosso. Hello, Captain. How are you? Oh, of all the bad luck, losing my lucky charm. This ship can't leave until we find it. Don't worry, we'll find it. The ship won't leave dock until we find that anchor charm. Maybe we should forget about setting off. Well, that's exactly what this guy would want. We're going to find it. We know exactly where it is, after all. It is up here. Way up on top of the mast. Right here. We now have one anchor charm. And imagine if you didn't have any room in your inventory right now. You wouldn't be able to pick that up and you'd have to drop something. But look what we found. We found an anchor charm. Very conveniently, just, up the top of the mast. Maybe we can talk to you about it. No, we cannot, can we? I'm pretty sure that we know where that went. You hid it maliciously. Also, we can't get past all these people, which means we can't look at those, that barrel and that jar over there. But when we come back, folks, we most certainly are going to hand over that charm, because when we do, a long series of events is going to happen, and we won't have that much control over it. So we might as well wait until, next time. For next time, there shall be journeying across the sea, fighting enemies on the sea, and singing sea shanties on the sea, disclaimer, we may not actually be singing any shanties, as Isaac does not know any shanties. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.